Let's check the camera. Can you see me okay?
Yes, Dr.
Okay, look real close at my forehead. Did somebody write stupid on there?
No, sir.
Are you sure? Look real close.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grimm. Today we're about to meet with a husband who is not very kind to his wife. He's actually incredibly controlling and just basically keeping her in fear 24/7. So she wrote out to Dr. Phil to get some help today, and we're about to see the man himself, Dr. Phil, absolutely just clown on this man and embarrass him on stage, which is going to be amazing. So make sure you keep watching until the very end. But without further ado, let's just find out what's going on in this marriage and see truly how bad it is.
When David yelled at me the other day, Isabella went and stood up for me. She's like, "You will not talk to mom like that."
So first things first, this is Denise, and she claims that it has actually gotten so bad, she's been getting yelled at so much by her husband, and he has just been causing storms around the house of just negativity, to where the daughters stepped in and were like, okay, you can't talk to mom like that anymore. And look, if your kids are having to step in, that just shows how bad you are at your house. Like, this guy is just really not a good dude, and you're gonna see that the more and more we watch this.
Why do you need David's permission?
I need his permission for everything.
Why?
He has broken me down pretty bad.
Man, it's sad to hear her just fully admit that she pretty much needs his permission to do just about anything in her day-to-day life. And then even when she does get permission, he complains about how she goes about things. It's like she cannot do a single thing right. And I'm sure as a stay-at-home mother taking care of, their children, it's a very stressful time for her as well. And she needs some props in her life from day to day. But instead, he's just yelling at her like, do this, do that, don't do this, okay? Like, come on, dude. You really can't live your life and your wife's life for her. Let her be her own person.
He has broken me down pretty bad, where I used to have a lot of self-confidence, and now it's been over the years, and now he's the boss.
And it would really suck to kind of realize that, wow, I used to have so much self-confidence. I was kind of my own person. And now, after all these years of marriage, being married to this absolute jerk, I just pretty much have lost myself. I don't know how to do anything for myself, and I need to ask his permission before I do anything. It's like as soon as she started to wake up and realize that, I'm sure she got very annoyed at the fact that she was stuck being married to this guy.
He says you don't load the dishwasher right, you don't buy groceries right, you don't clean right, you don't sleep in the right position.
Bro, this guy complains about how she sleeps. He's like, no, you can't be taking up this side of the bed like that, okay? You gotta sleep different, okay? Be a little plank, please. Don't take up so much space. Like, dude, you are such a loser if you're actually nitpicking your wife this much, and you can tell that this lady just is basically a shell of what she used to be because of all this. And I'm sure this has been going on for years, which is just absolutely heartbreaking. Yo, really quick, you guys, there's a large chunk of you that watch my videos that aren't subscribed, which is kind of whack if you ask me, but make sure if you're enjoying the videos, please scroll down and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much, as well as like the video so that more people can see it. But without further ado, we'll get back into the video.
David, what is the right position for her to sleep in?
You got me, Dr. Phil. Whatever is comfortable for her.
You know what, Dr. Phil? That was a really good point. Yeah, you got me there. Like, no, dude, he's asking you a question. It's rhetorical, of course, but he's just going to show how dumb you are with all these controlling measures that you're enacting on your wife 24/7. Stop complaining about how she sleeps and little minuscule things in your day-to-day life. But it's not just little things like this. Trust me, we're going to get into it. He is way more controlling than it even shows here so far. Like, right now is already enough to draw the line and be like, okay, I'm my own person. Let me live my own life. But no, he takes it a step further.
Why did he take your phone?
He just takes it away, he's like, you're acting all funny and crazy, I'm taking your phone away.
And this man is trying to isolate her from her friends and family, which is basically the #1 play in a controlling person's rule book. That is a big red flag as well. If any people, are out there that are ever in a relationship where someone's trying to make sure that you are just not talking to people that they don't want you to talk to, that's just a big, scary red flag. And it's sad to see that he treats her basically like one of his children. Like, oh, you're acting up, I'm gonna take your phone away. Like, no, dude, this is your wife, your equal, your significant other. Don't be stealing her phone just because she's acting out of line according to your rules.
He would be texting me constantly. I'm like, can I just have a break? I'm just going to the store.
Yeah, one store to another. And
yeah, that's going around out here too, David. That's called shopping.
And this guy is just constantly texting her when she's going out of the house to do probably chores that he asked her to do in the first place. And he's still keeping tabs on her, texting her 24/7 because, you know, she's going from store to store and you never know exactly what she's doing. Like, dude, let her live her life and be on her own for a little bit. This guy is just ridiculous.
He would tell me who I can talk to. I can't. Just recently, I got in contact with my sister Sue, and he told me no.
And even when it comes to this girl's own sister, her lifeblood, like literally one of her best friends, she claims she cannot talk to her own sister because this guy's like, nope, you shouldn't be talking to her. If I see you texting her again, I'm taking your phone. You know, you look at the situation, and I'm sure a lot of you guys who might have a kind of more immature view of the world might think, oh, well, why doesn't she just leave him? But it is very difficult. This woman, I'm sure, is a stay-at-home mom, I believe she said, taking care of their children, one of which are disabled, and it's just a difficult situation for her to up and leave. You can't quite do that. So instead, she's coming to Dr. Phil for help, and hopefully he's waking her up to realize that she can indeed do what she needs to do for her own happiness and for her family's sake.
Let's take another look at how Denise was actually afraid to talk to our segment producer with David nearby. Take a look at this.
Okay, before I show you this clip, that's just already so terrifying. The fact that they were trying to get information from her and film an interview, you know, for the show, and she was afraid to even speak up against her husband because he was in the house and he might hear her and, you know, flip out or something. That is scary that she is living in that much fear.
I'm afraid to tell what I really think because my husband could be listening.
Are you afraid now?
He's in the other room thing, so yeah.
Dr. Phil is really about to go into this guy like 100%. He really does clown on him for a little bit, but I want you to look at the energy of this woman at home when she is stuck in that really toxic, scary environment for her, where she is constantly being judged and monitored. And you could tell she's just basically dead in the eyes and, like, you know, going through the motions. Whereas she's actually pretty emotional on stage once Dr. Phil starts to hand it to the husband. It's just a little, you know, side thing, but it was nice to see her, you know, kind of hyped up at the fact that her husband was finally getting a bit of comeuppance.
Is that true? Are you so controlling that she can't speak her mind without you shutting it down?
I have in the past, yes.
Yes and yes, that is 100% true. In fact, when she was filming her own submission tape for Dr. Phil, this guy butted in and was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna take over now and just talk. Check this out.
It's a struggle, and I could really know where to take her.
Hi, Dr. Phil. Hi.
Like, this guy's gotta have all the attention. He's gotta have the final say for the family. He probably just has some really stupid old school way of looking at it. Like, I'm the man of the family, therefore I speak and do what we do, okay? But it doesn't work that way. Your wife is trying to do her own thing, bro. Quit butting in here. And in fact, this is where Dr. Phil starts to pop off. It's very hilarious. Check this out.
You come in and hijack the tape?
I thought it was a YouTube video that she was doing.
Oh, you did not. You knew it was a submission video.
For a recording.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Phil. I thought it was a little vlog, and, you know, all the family vloggers, the dad is the main star, kind of, so I was figuring I'll show my face on camera, we'll get thousands of views, that's that, bada boom, bada bing. Let's see if his excuse of, oh, I thought it was a YouTube video, holds up for Dr. Phil. You know, spoiler alert, I doubt it.
You thought it was a YouTube video, so you came in and said, hi, Dr. Phil?
Yes, I did.
What the hell's that got to do with YouTube?
No, it was,
You know, you really backed me into the corner there, Dr. Phil. It's funny how much this guy tries to control his wife and be, you know, just dominating her pretty much 24/7. Everything she does has to go through him. And instead, when he talks to Dr. Phil, he's just like, you know, the submissive one, like, oh, you got me, Dr. Phil. I don't know. Please don't get mad at me. Like, dude, laughing through everything's not gonna work. You're a bad person, and you've been treating your wife like trash.
You just got caught. Why did you feel the need to come in and hijack her submission video to me?
And I'm glad Dr. Phil is not easing up. Like, dude, this is the perfect example of you being controlling. Her just trying to make the submission tape for me, and you had to butt in and make it all about you and make you the center of attention and basically shut her up. That's what he was trying to do. He didn't even really care to be in the video, but he knew if he was talking, it meant she wasn't.
Can you see me okay?
yes, Dr. Phil.
Okay, look real close at my forehead. Did somebody write stupid on there?
No, sir.
Are you sure? Look real close.
And like I said earlier, look at this lady. She's just losing it, and so is Dr. Phil's wife over in the crowd, you know, the one-person crowd over there. But it's just fun to see that she is actually really enjoying this moment. I'm sure it'll be amazing to see this guy who's been controlling your life and treating you like garbage for I don't know how long finally get told what's up by someone who was an absolute professional and respected by, you know, millions of people. That had to be a pretty good feeling for her.
You didn't want her saying anything you didn't want her to say, so you came in and shut it down so you could control the content.
And Dr. Phil pretty much just tells this guy exactly how it is, how the world sees him. He thinks that he can just keep being like, oh, you know, I'm just a loving husband. I might be a little bit controlling, but it's because I love her. I'm overprotective. No, we see right through that, dude. You're controlling and you are just evil to your wife. Hopefully this was enough for this woman to wake up and kind of realize that she can in fact leave him and live her own life much happier without this guy. Unfortunately, there's not much that Dr. Phil offers this woman. I feel like these guests that he has invited over Zoom are kind of more just like therapy sessions, you know, but hopefully after this woman has her eyes open to the idea of living her own life for herself, like I said. So that is the silver lining to this video. She was at least able to see her husband get served and get some good advice from Dr. Phil when it comes to her self-confidence and everything. So as always, that about does it for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.